Andrew Berry, again from today, was asked about Deshaun Watson being the Browns quarterback in the future, so moving forward into next year.
Our focus, again, organizationally, is like on making sure that he gets healthy. Just the reality of it is, with any season-ending injury, there is some uncertainty in terms of the recovery, and so our focus is on making sure that he gets healthy, and then we can move from there.
So a decision on his future would be more so based on health as opposed to what you've seen on the field in terms of performance?
No, I'd say this, Daniel. Again, our focus is on getting him healthy, and we'll go from there.
And again, Tim, you got to tell Andrew Berry what he can't say, yeah, we're moving on from him. What are you moving on to? That's the question. Now, Watson wasn't great. Watson was pretty bad. I will give you that. And I'm a guy that thought he would get it together. I'm ready to move on from him. What are you moving on to? And we'll get into that in a minute.
Exactly. I'm with you 100%. I mean, you and I spent the whole spring and summer thinking, this is gonna be the chance. This is when we're gonna see the Houston Deshaun Watson based on how he played going into the shoulder injury that ended last season. But yeah, it obviously hasn't panned out for reasons that are in his control and out of his control as far as, what's going on with the scheme changes, the offensive staff overhaul by and large. But I think the bigger thing is you really can't move on from him because even looking at his cap number, according to Over the Cap, you try to cut him before June 1st, that's a $172 million dead cap. You cut it down to 118.9. So I think you're in a situation where he kind of has to be on the payroll next season, even if he's, the backup or the third string quarterback or even the starter. Who knows what is going to be? But I think you would have to assume he's going to be on the roster because there's really nothing you can do with him. And then in 2026, when you look at his cut situation, if you cut him post June 1st, that's just his cap hit. You don't have any dead cap hanging around. So that might be the situation where you have to keep him around for 1 year simply because that fully guaranteed cap hit is going to bite them pretty hard in the checkbook essentially as far as cap situation. So that's going to be why I think he's got to stick around for at least one more season. Who knows what happens as far as playing him or whatever. That's up to a whole off season to figure out where you're going to be in the draft and who could be available for you as another option.